5 seconds remaining.
All right, ready to start. Where's Joseph at?
Radiant team ban.
Has he worked out how to join the channel? Here he is. Oh, you don't have the caster role. I'm giving you the caster role.
Oh,
you are now a caster. Hold on, I've not got your face.
Have you not? Oh, start.
Click the start button. Yeah.
That would do it.
We did it. Okay, great, cool.
5 seconds remaining.
Right. So, Team Curry versus Gordon's boys. As we just talked about in the lobby, it's quite unbalanced because Team Curry has Roids Divine, Ross Divine, Super Noodles Divine, and Dave Immortal. So that's 3 Divine / Immortals. Gordon's boys has Nat Immortal. No one else is even Divine. So it's a bit of an imbalance here, but
it is. The question is, can Nat's confidence overtake the MMR disparity? That's the question.
He was very confident, though. He wanted to give it a go. Joe, this is something you're going to have to get used to. When you're on camera, people immediately pick up your background, and they're not happy.
Well, do I need to bring up the stream? Are there complaints?
Well, just turn around, mate. They're not. I mean, what's going on there?
Some fun stuff. That was a little bit of a bomb that hit the city.
Okay, but, fair enough. I mean, that's why I tactically have just a white wall behind me. There's nothing to criticize. You see, the rest of my house is that way. No one knows what it's like. Whoa, Karen, 19 months. Please paint your wall. If someone will come and paint my wall for me, do like a nice Dota thing, and then I'll have that. Anyway, let's go into the bans. Magnus being banned. Interesting.
Yeah, first ban.
What do you think about Magnus now? Still top pick, or?
He's very, very good. I mean, he still has all of the same abilities he did before. It's just now that BKB counters Horn Toss. But he was viable without it. I mean, he was picked at TI before people picked up on just how good Horn Toss and game winning it can be.
Yeah.
So I think he's still definitely viable. First ban is is it a targeted ban? Is there something you know?
Well, I don't know anyone here who Debate Mail can play Magnus. I'm sure other people can play Magnus. Magnus used to be a popular mid hero, so quite a lot of us have had experience playing it. But I don't think anyone is so good at Magnus. Who was that player who played Magnus so well? It was before Collapse. There was that Magnus spammer. And he was really high rank, and I can't remember. He just played Magnus. And he was amazing at it.
Was this just in pubs or?
I think he was.
Was it Arise? I think it was one of Sing Sing's friends. It was a big Magnus spammer.
Yeah, it's kind of like the attacker, but of Magnus anyway. They've banned Bane as well, very popular. Monkey King and Tide, fair enough. Tide's very irritating at the moment. Winter Wyvern being first pick. Disruptor, okay. 2 support. Whoa, this is rapid fire. Dire know what they want, and they want Disruptor Sand King.
Yeah, they left in the Disruptor for Cocopium, and they snapped it up as soon as possible.
Okay, so that's Cocopium's go-to, is it?
Almost certainly, yeah, I think so. He's in love with that hero. He loves running around at level 1, 10 minutes into the game.
He definitely does that on every hero, so not a surprise. Winter Wyvern, most likely for Oak. It's a good hero. You can't really go wrong with it, but has to be careful. There's already a lot of magic damage on the deity, even with 2 picks. So obviously Winter Wyvern's more anti-physical, but still has that lane harass and a big heal. So can't go wrong. But look at the difference in reserve times already.
Yeah, okay. Team Curry playing on the previous patch, it looks like. Okay.
That is probably Dave, who, as you can see at the moment, is just a full stop. He keeps changing his name, Bay as we called him, but we're going to go with Dave at the moment. He played, I think I was in the game with him, yes I was, when he played POS1 Tiny. He knows how to play it, he is very good at it. And I always had this criticism, people keep picking and banning POS1 Tiny in the in-houses, and they are so bad at it, it is literally not worth playing. Now, that's a bit unfair, because some people did actually play it quite well. So, sorry about that. But POS1 Tiny has to be played by someone who kind of knows how to play Tiny in the POS1 role, and Dave knows how to do that. So, yeah, I'd be scared of it. It's still a scary hero.
Yeah, no, it's still definitely got its strength. Its laning got significantly weaker with a lot of the nerfs to the third spell, especially the splash damage. I think it got reduced from 200% to 75 or 50.
Is that's lobbing the tree only, I think.
Yeah, which is astronomical, especially if you're trying to hit the range creep and then also harass. That was very, very strong in lane 4.
Yeah, I
but
didn't think
now,
about that.
much so it's a little bit weaker laning presence in that way and a bit less nuke. But I'm sure the hero is still good in good hands. I know Kiwi played it in one in-house and absolutely destroyed. And then I think after that, people started banning it a lot more.
Oh, maybe that was what caused it. The thing about Tiny is it doesn't matter, like, if let's say one team fight gets won by the team with Tiny, well, goodbye every tower, because he still has 160% bonus tower damage. Why? I don't know. Lone Druid gets like 40% or 60% only on the bear. Tiny has 160% infinitely. It seems a bit dumb, but you know, whatever. That's Tiny's niche tower.
Yeah. You get the leveler, leveler and the Echo Saver, and it does what it says on the tin. It definitely levels.
It levels buildings, yeah. So they banned Lifestealer. That is quite annoying for Tiny to play. It makes sense. Necrophos as well. They're really protecting this Tiny, which is why I actually like first phasing cores, because then you can target all of your bans at their counters, whereas you can't do that if you pick the core 4th pick. So we'll see. Anyway.
Yeah, and at TI, Lifestealer and Necrophos were two very popular picks against the Tiny as being quite strong. The only other one I really remember is Troll Warlord, who's quite weak. So he was always like if you banned every other hero, okay, I guess we'll go with the Troll, because at least you can ulti and man-fight Tiny.
Oh, right, you just sit there and just mash him to death, and eventually you'll win, because you've got more attack speed and damage,
Exactly, you hope for the best. But it is the third favorite after Lifestealer and Necro, so we'll see if they want to go with that or if they have something else up their sleeve.
That's why I like the Radiant draft already, because they've taken Tiny and they've immediately protected the Tiny. So I'm a big fan of that. And Winter Wyvern, I think, goes quite well with Tiny, because you can heal him a lot. He's a strength hero with lots of HP. You can set up your Tiny to run him, do a big combo. They've got more magic damage and more control. Hoodwink, probably in the POS 4 capacity, I would reckon.
Yeah, I know Nat does not respect the mid Hoodwink. So I would be surprised. I think it's a worse Pangolier. It's kind of like a cheesy mid, it feels. But why wouldn't you just have a Pangolier if you want to have that role of the press Q, eliminate people and the disable? I don't know what it really offers in the mid lane.
Well, I guess, Akon shot clears. Sharpshooter's damage got nerfed, so it's not quite as one-shotty as it was before. They nerfed what's the one that grabs you? The bowler.
Oh, the Ebola.
Ebola. What is it called?
Ebola.
The one that grabs you. I literally don't... Hoodwink maybe with the one here, I don't know what his spells are called. He's got Scurry, Acorn Shot. Yes, Bushwhack,
Bushwhack.
Yes, Bushwhack. That's the one I forgot, Bushwhack. And Boomerang, he could do a lot of burst with Boomerang if he rushes Ags. But
yeah, he could. Maybe that's the idea, is try and get an Ags and use that to burst down the Tiny.
Centaur. Okay. I like Centaur. I've always have done. I don't feel like he's in his strongest meta at the moment, but you kind of can't go wrong with him. He's got a stun. He's got some damage. He's got a global spell, which is always nice for your team. Tiny can then just charge in with his tree and just smack someone to death.
Yeah, so Tiny definitely likes it. And I suppose they banned the LC and the Mars, so the offlane hero pool's already looking a bit weak if you want that tanky strength initiating stunning hero. And they've gone with 2.
I wonder who's playing Tuskar. Now they've gone for Ursa, because I think maybe it's a bit of a trap, but they see Centaur and they think, well, it's got to be Ursa then. You can't pick Lifestealer against Centaur because it's banned. So Ursa, it's annoying for Centaur, but Centaur can stomp the Ursa and can actually put quite a lot of damage in retaliation. So Ursa has to be just a little bit careful. And if there's Tusk as well, Tusk and Centaur stunning you, tag teaming, I would be scared to man fight that, to be honest.
Yeah, and it's going to be a really difficult lane for the Disruptor as well, because I think he just dies in a snowball, especially if he's level 1 at 7 minutes. So that's going to be very rough for the support.
Yeah, but we'll see what his level 6 Ursa can do in retaliation. So. Okay, Tusk Centaur and Tiny. It's a lot of melees, it's a lot of stuns, it's a lot of strength. Maybe it's just if you tank up, you can't get through all those heroes. One thing I learned about Tusk recently, 3.9 strength gain. It's actually a lot higher than I expected. Quite a lot. Centaur, I think, has 4.6 off the top of my head. He's obviously the king. Tiny has 4. That's a lot of strength gain on that team. A lot.
That really is. Yeah, I suppose Tusk is always well, I don't say always. It's usually quite low level as he's off to POS 4, so you don't feel the strength. Like Earth Spirit, you really feel when he's in the mid lane. He feels unkillable.
Oh yeah, he's got a massive strength gain, like 4.1 or 2 or something like that. Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's insane. But you don't feel it so often when he's POS 4 because he's like so.
Then it's more about the base strength, isn't it? That really sets him apart. So let's have a look at the teams. They look like they're both potentially missing mid heroes. So they've just banned out. One team banned mid heroes. Storm's Death Prophet. The other one went Sniper.
Sniper. Yeah, that's very interesting, especially when you have like a Sand King and an Ursa. Feels like I would be more afraid of the Queen. Yeah, I like this pick a lot more than
I
a
like
Sniper.
Queen. You've got to be careful with Disrupt when you're playing Queen of Pain. If you get glimpsed in, you are dead. So you have to get that BKB early, or can you use Glimpse or not? I've forgotten.
No, I don't think so.
I didn't think
Or
so.
the OD.
That's
Not
not a
like
hero
COD.
we've seen very often. I guess it's got some protection for snowball ganks. You can imprison yourself to stop shadow strikes if you want to. I don't think it's really worth it anymore. You can keep the Tiny controlled. You can save people who are Winter's Cursed on your team. Yeah, sure. OD hits really hard. There's lots of strength here as you've got to beat through. OD can do that with his massive pure damage strikes. So, fine. I think it's tough to play against Queen of Pain, but I don't know.
Yeah, the lane is a little bit difficult. I think this might have been somewhat of a comfort last pick as well, because Juju plays a really good OD, actually. A lot higher than his rank, I think. Yeah, he's quite good at it. And when the Ursa came through, I immediately assumed that's going to be a Nat Ursa, so he's thinking, like, what can I be putting on my Juju mid? Because he's going to be, against Ray, at minimum, a Divine or a multiplayer. So making, like, a nice, strong laner there. Very, very helpful for that. And it does have very good break and disengage for the Tusk Centaur. The Tiny's hard. It's hard to imprison someone Tiny's going on, because the damage comes through so quickly. But definitely a very solid pick.
If he throws you into the air and you imprison them, does the imprison stay in the air and then they fall down later, or do they then teleport to the floor after they come out of the imprisonment? Or
yeah, I think the animation, it will be high up off the screen.
Or
kind
if you throw someone and you get the imprisonment halfway through the throw trajectory, while you and then they're imprisoned in midair. I don't know. It'd be weird.
Well, I'm expecting some good acrobatics. You can hype me up.
Yeah, I want to see that. Anyway, OD, cool. I have I like playing OD myself. You don't see him very often in houses these days. There was a time when pretty much everyone was playing OD, then that hero got forgotten yet again. But time for his return. Let's get the cameras on first.
Yeah, definitely, and his change, it's a really, really rare one to see Ice Rock doing this. Basically, they just gave Essence Flux an extra level at all levels. That's really, really spicy to give to a hero. And I don't even think the hero was necessarily that weak. OD is always one of those where he's got really high base stats, really high move speed, so you have to be very careful about tuning his spells, because he often veers between unplayable and overpowered. And still new in the patch, it's difficult to see which it is now, but yeah, just adding 10% flat, all levels, big.
Yeah, I agree. I think they did the same with Zeus, where they did the opposite. They took away a level from his static, what's it called, static field or something, when it was too good. But yeah, you're right. It's like you could put a point in Essence Flux. It's like you're an entire level higher, which seems ridiculous, but obviously Essence Flux isn't really a broken spell. That could be 100% chance to give mana, and it wouldn't suddenly make him top tier. But actually, maybe that would be quite good. It used to give mana to your allies. Do you remember? Your allies used to get Essence Flux. So that was a strange time.
Yeah. Oh, and you can proc it with items, so people go Buckler and Tranquil Boots to press their Tranquils to proc it.
You could use Buckler. Used to have an active.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a throwback. Oh, Cocopium. Here comes the tag team. Juju's got imprisonment, but it's got the longest cooldown ever, and Oak actually gets the first blood. They had 3 people taking part in that tag team. I mean, you do not want to fight tag team at level 1. You never ever do. It's probably the most deadly level 1 spell.
Yeah, definitely. I'd agree. The slow and the extra damage is just...
Oh, yeah, it's a little slow. Do you remember, this is another throwback while we're talking about the old days. Remember AA's old Chilling Touch, where you buffed your whole team with it?
Oh,
and then you all got an extra attack that did magic damage.
Yeah, it was really... Yeah, because it slowed your attack speed, right?
It did. It was weird, but it gave you an extra hard-hitting magic nuke, and it was great for tri-lanes and level 1 kills.
Yeah, and then you would just leave it at level 1 for the entire game, basically.
Yeah.
Just because of that. Yeah, for the other spells. I remember playing PA, actually. PA AA, and you'd blink in with the attack speed and the damage. It was pretty fun.
I use that with Wind Ranger, I guess, or Ursa. Loads of magic damage.
Yeah.
It was a number of hits, wasn't it? You had more than one attack from it. I think you had a few attacks.
Yeah, I think it was 3.
That's not what is going on with my camera list. Let me have a look at the names. My camera names are wrong. I've got Wait, Cam 4 is supposed to be Ross. I've got Royds as Cam 10. Did that list change at some point? Let me fix this. Sorry, guys. Let me fix it. I think the camera list changed. No, I've got cam 10 as roids, but my camera's gone. What camera am I showing at the moment?
Right now it's got Ross.
Yeah, camera 10. Oh, there's no Ross cam. Ah, it's because there's no Ross. I didn't update the list of cameras people who weren't on. That's why. Right, I'm going to restart this script. Sorry, sort that out. Wrong cameras. It's because lots of people unreacted to the camera thing like way too late and I didn't catch it. So there's a lot of people on my camera list who shouldn't be on my camera list. I'm going to try again.
I would shadow ban them from the Discord and the Twitch, I think.
There we go. So now I should just have camera 167 Let's try that. If it skips immediately to camera 10, then it's not working properly and I need to fix the Python script. But anyway, I actually think my Python script is a bit borked and I don't know what is wrong with it, but I need to... Is this time to do programming in the middle of my stream?
This is a 101 programming lesson.
Yeah.
Juju is suffering in this mid lane here. He's gone for the Mewtwo Hammer Rush and not brought too much regen, which the Queen is exploiting quite well with the Shadow Strikes.
Yeah, I guess he's about to pick up the Ring of Health, which does help. It is 6.5 health regen, very nice to have. Ooh, Dan, a little bit of trouble. Super Noodles. Oh, he hides in the corner in his ice shots. Just long enough for him to survive. Royd's doing a bit of blocking. Look at Royd's build. I'm not sure I would go 2 points double edge against an Ursa. That really hurts.
Ooh.
But maybe that's the way to play. Just brute force your way down. I don't know. And he went boots as well. He didn't rush a Ring of Health himself. He wanted to be fast against the Ursa, which I guess makes sense. But no regen for Centaur. I guess it's hard.
Yeah, he just double it. Was he going to die here? No, not quite. But yeah, double edging when you have no sustain. Like, he just chunked like 2/3 of his health. That's rough. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I think you're right. You probably should get like at least a couple points to retaliate early just to dissuade it, and then at least you can like go jungle.
Even 1 point I like over the second point of double edge. This double edge, the more you level it up, the more it hurts you as well. But the reason Centaur wins the lane usually is because you have way more health regen than the person you're laning against, and obviously it costs no mana. But if you've got no health regen, then actually you just lose.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
I think those maybe half measured it. If you're gonna max a double edge, you probably should be getting that Ring of Health or Helm pretty quickly. And if you get the boots, you probably should get Retaliate. Unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, mid lane though, might be a kill.
Why is he GG? He does have the Fairy Fire. Ross thinking about diving. Yeah, I mean, Shadow Strike, he's actually gone all in on Shadow Strike, 3 points. Now, Shadow Strike does 130 damage per rank. So it goes up a lot if you put points into it. So I think it's on 390 magic damage now, which is a lot of magic damage. So
yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, I mean, that's nearly a 400 magic damage nuke. And that's nerfed Shadow Strike. Well, they made it heal you instead. I guess that's the buff part, but it used to hit a lot harder. Bot lane got a bit of a fight. Debate Mill very low. But not quite going to be a kill just yet. Oh, Dave taking a lot of damage. He salves himself. Oh, no. Bushwhack got him. He's still only on 300 HP. The problem with Tiny is you have no armor, but you have such a big health pool. And actually missed a kill in the top lane. That does manage to find a kill on Royzana. Missed a kill in the bot lane. Everything's kicking off. Second I go one place, the other place has a fight. Oak gets taken down by somewhat Debate Mail. Level 5 already on the Sand King. He actually went 2 points of Caustic Finale, which is...
honestly, yeah. Against a Tiny, why not, to be honest? If you're going to get up in his face anyway?
Yeah, maybe right. Let's have a look at the last hits. So they're all doing pretty well, but there's a bit of a lead in the mid lane. 12 last hits more on the Queen of Bane. I guess because Juju's has been hiding.
Yeah, if they did they have lost pick for the OD? Was it final pick or
yeah, final pick I think. Or throwing Oak under the tower, but only not Oak under the tower, but somewhat to Oak who's under the tower. A lot of damage on somewhat. Super Neils comes in with a bit of a rotation, but Bateman of course has the stun. A lot of damage going in on him. If they have a sentry, this could be a kill. They actually do have a sentry there. Somewhat it's on about 1 HP, but they've got no toss. They actually get the kill with the ice shards. Very nice play from Dan. And Debate Melt will run away. Very low HP on the Sand King. No health regen items either. Has to buy himself salve.
Yeah, and very important play. GG managed to snatch the haste rune, which is probably saving a teammate right now. Otherwise, he would just rotate.
He's running after Ross, who is also going top. Ross doesn't quite have enough mana for ult. He now has enough mana for ult. It's one of the most powerful nukes in the game. 340 pure damage. You do not want to get hit by that. It's like, I don't know many spells that hit harder than that. Maybe Finger of Death, but not many. Oh, Cocopium, he's in a lot of trouble. He actually just glimpses Ross away. Ross blinks in. Does he have another Shadow Strike? If he has a Shadow Strike, then he can't ult. He does have 6 1 charges. Oh god, he's taking a lot of damage from Nat. He's got to be careful. Oh, but now Nat is slowed. Nat is not escaping now, or is he? Yeah, just goes under the tower. Wow, they really don't care about Ross, do they?
No, no. I mean, maybe they saw his mana. When he was forced to Shadow Strike Nat, he no longer had the mana for the Sonic Waves.
Yeah. Quap spells are very expensive, and they get more expensive as you level them. Oh, GG has his Meteor Hammer cancelled. Quap's Scream of Pain starts at 85 mana, for example, ends up at 130. They're really expensive spells. A bit of a fight in the bot lane. Jabate taking some damage. Does have Soundstorm in 1 second. He will be okay. How is Bay doing with the farm? 36 last hits. Yeah, that's it's pretty good. Same as the Ursa. Not a problem here. Actually has Agi treads just so he can, actually last hit with some speed.
Yeah.
Takes you from zero Agi to like 13.
100% of his agility from the tread.
Well, no, it's 3 from the magic wand and 10 from the treads. It's ridiculous, this hero. But Tiny, I mean, I feel like Tiny's level 6 power spike is almost unfair. He goes from 0 armor to 12. And it looks like he's in a bit of trouble in the bottom. No, he will be okay. Meanwhile, mid lane, Juju got a kill on Ross. Just using the one item he has in his inventory, plus max rank Astral Imprisonment. It is ridiculous, that combo.
It is. Yeah, and I think the Queen...
Ross,
in trouble.
Goes down.
Yeah, in this matchup with the Queen OD, you have to get a raindrop like ASAP just to be stopping the massive burst damage. And I didn't see the kill. I don't know if it was quite enough, but...
Raindrop blocks 120. It just hits you so hard. I would keep my treads on strength and a raindrop in the pocket because it's 360 damage on the Astral, 690 damage on the Meteor Hammer, and then he can drop Sanity's Eclipse, which is 200 plus the difference in mana, which obviously on Quap is not a lot, but it still could be maybe a 300 nuke. I mean, you can easily do 1200 or 1300 magic damage as GG. And look, here we go. Another Meteor Hammer. Look how much damage this is going to do to Quap. Look at it!
Yeah, it's insane.
I mean, and it's still going. He has to swap to tread. He actually nearly died. Yeah, look. Without the tread swap, he would have died. That's no ultimate as well. What a hero OD is, honestly.
Yeah.
Any hero who can set up Meteor Hammer and then just immediately use it, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah.
Oh, is there no Royd's cam now? What is going on? What cam? Wasn't Royd's cam 0? Oh, there's a bit of a stampede in the top lane. Queen of Pain ult hits both. Hits Nat and Cocopium.
Nice.
Finally, they claim some kills.
That was wonderful. Yeah, it's a shame they just caught the Sentinel, but it was a beautiful ult to be able to
Bot
get
lane
both.
though,
Really,
bit of a fight. Jabate actually, Bait's channeling his ultimate. He's taking a lot of damage, no mana on the Tiny. Royce is cam 10. Yeah, that is cam 10. Unfortunately.
Senking's just about got the blink. One more cam.
Wow. So early Blink Dagger. Let's have a look at items. We haven't seen items for a while. Anything interesting? Not really. We've got a Meteor Hammer on GG. A Blink coming on Jabate Mail. Anything else interesting? Centaur going for Blink? Nope, he's not. Tiny, he's nearly got his... Well, not nearly. He's going for Echo Saber. Nat's turned up in the bot lane with just phase boots. Orb of Corrosion as well. Very aggressive. Bit of a fight in the top lane. They get a gank. And they kill Ross again. Oh, no. Not even using Sanity's Eclipse. I mean, Juju, you said he was a good OD, and, well, he's beating that Divine player down like he was nothing. Good matchup.
Yeah, he really is. Very much so. And I think this is slightly getting some of the Queen effect. I think Queen is the easiest hero in the game to throw an advantage with because he gets so overcocky with
oh, yeah. As Queen being my most played hero, I definitely know the feeling. I will never forget this ranked game that I lost. This is my story time. I was like 24-0 or something like that, but the rest of my team were not doing great. But I thought I was on top of the world. Oh, a bit of a fight in the top lane somewhat. Actually, it was a glimpse back. But they managed to get one kill. I think Cocopium's going to go down too. Yeah, they know he's there. And Ross, at least he's turning up and ganking a lot. He died, but then he immediately says, well, I want another kill, and there it is. When you're really far ahead on a hero, you don't feel like you need defensive items, and I thought, I don't need BKB. I can have Shivers, I can have Scythe, I can have Orchid, you know, whatever I want. And then the enemy PA Slardar just kept one-shotting me, and then I threw the game. So, moral of the story was, don't go too greedy. Jabetmel goes in, uses the epicenter, and I think with Juju there, that's pretty much a guaranteed kill. They dropped the Sanity's Eclipse, which I think is a bit of a strange decision because you could have just used Astral Imprisonment Meteor Hammer, but they wanted to get the kill quickly because they didn't know who was there. Oak's level 6, thinking about an ult, does actually get the ult, but doesn't quite get Nat in it. Unfortunately, Juju does not do much damage. Oak is very low, puts herself in the cold embrace. Waiting a little bit of time, Juju just sits there and fires the Meteor Hammer, will get the kill, but that's a big rotation. They sent 4 heroes to the bot lane, but Radiant have also taken the top tier 1. So pretty close. Net worth is almost equal on both teams. Slight lead on Juju at the moment, but you know, nothing to worry about at this point.
I think Queen here has got the Yules queued up, which again is another bait because I've done this where I'm like, oh, I'm dying to this one thing, I'll buy a Yules. If you look at their team, a BKB stops the OD combo, and it's kind of sad if you have to BKB just for that. But then there's a Sand King, there's a Disruptor.
Oh, Royd's just going in, he's charged. Stampede, Kokopium got the stun, big double edge, but Juju, he stopped Ross. However, Ross is Queen of Pain, so he just blinked straight in. Time to go on Juju, but they get the stun from Jabetmel. Juju doesn't have his ult. But Ross taking a fair bit of damage. He does still have his ultimate. I would still go in if I was Ross. You've got plenty of HP and they've run out of nukes. Oh, here comes the Meteor Hammer. It's going to be a lot of damage onto Royce, but Royce is a tanky hero. Ross, you've got your ult. You do the ult. Doesn't hit Juju, only hits Kokopium. And Kokopium just walks away, but we got another stun from Royce. Takes a lot of damage from his own double edge, despite having the Hood of Defiance. Nice heal coming out from Oak. I think Jabetmel just needs to leave. He does have the Blink Dagger. Ross is still going in. Yeah, gets Kokopium. Jabetmel does blink out, but that's an excellent fight for the Radiant.
Yeah, definitely. It looked a little bit hairy after missing the OD, but thankfully the Centaur was able to man up and finish him off.
I think, agreeing with your point earlier, if I was playing Queen of Pain, you need the BKB so badly that I wonder what I would do. Maybe I'd probably even first item it. I've done it before on co-op. Sometimes you have to.
Yeah, I think this feels like this because you have this problem, and this is the problem with the Yules, is that, yeah, you stop that one thing, but then
whoa, Jabetmel just goes straight in there. I mean, Ross goes straight into Jabetmel. What a fantastic Winter's Curse. Securing the kill. Oh, no, but they bring Ross back. He does have Blink, but it's not up yet. Is he going to survive that? No, he does go down. That is a shame because that was a really, really great Winter's Curse to finish it off, but Kokopium was ready. He has max rank Glimpse already maxed out. So Ross, you know, he's got no way of escaping as long as there's vision on you. And unfortunately, there was a creep wave there to give him away. And there's the snowball going to someone, but someone is a very fast hero. They have the Walrus Punch. They chose not to use it.
Wait, did you notice something incredible about that Disruptor play, Jerome?
What was that?
It's 14 minutes in. He's level 8 with max rank Glimpse and actually caught the Queen.
That's true. He's high level. The level distribution is very, very nice at the moment. There's no one hero who's far ahead. In fact, interestingly enough, Royd has managed to hit level 10 on Centaur, being one of the highest level heroes. Level 11 just hit on Juju, but Nat has also got level 10 himself, going for the Diffusal Blade build. Royd, he's going in, but somewhat, he breaks it. Really nice position from him. But then they turn around, they snowball straight into Kokopium. Kokopium actually drops his ultimate, but wow, he got yeeted out of existence at half HP. I mean, tag team Walrus Punch is amazing damage. Tusk has no damage items at all as well.
Yeah, it's just you basically just get a double damage rune when you use tag team.
And he's also queued up 2 Blink Daggers.
Of course, yeah, just in case one fails, you know, it's like defensive.
Backup dagger.
Yeah.
I bought 2 daggers once when I was stomping a game so hard it was like a BM thing, and someone looked at my game and thought, oh, there seems to be a bug. You've got 2 Blink Daggers. I was like, no bug. I was BMing.
All intended. Yeah, you need to go the full BM of each individual upgraded Blink.
Oh, that wasn't a thing when I had the 2 Blink Daggers. Otherwise, I would have loved one of each, even though you can't use them all. If they had separate cooldowns, that would be so good. Like a Strength Blink and then a Magic Blink.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so good.
Yeah, that's some anime stuff, just blinking around everywhere, all those trails.
I'm waiting for the Trident Blink, where you put all 3 blinks together for like 20k gold. Like the ultimate blink. Looks like Juju's found some prey here. A lot of damage on Super Noodles. He actually drops the ult as well, but Super Noodles goes to the snowball. I think he should have held the snowball for a little bit longer. Oak does have her ult, uses it on somewhat, but they were very careful to stay away from her. Ross goes in, he gets Glimpse barely back at all, but he doesn't have his team with him. It's actually 5 heroes here? Or is it 4? No, it's 4 because Nat is in the top lane having a little bit of farming time.
Yes.
Ross, you've got to be careful. You've not even got your treads on strength. What are you doing? There's stun number 1, stun number 2. We've got Static Storm. And maybe he didn't realize how many heroes were there, but that was a really dangerous place to be when none of your team could help you.
Always the weakest tower.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Yule's not enough to save yourself against 4 heroes that chain stun you.
That is true. Roy's going
Nat's loving this.
Where's Nat? Where's Nat?
He's just farming away while his team's creating space, shoving towers and getting kills. That's what you like. As a carrier, when your team's winning without you, that's very good feeling.
That's true, and I think they're winning mostly off the back of Juju. He just picks a target and says, Astro Imprisonment, Meteor Hammer, you're dead. And just repeats that over and over and over, and you've got Debate Mail to start the fights for you. So, yeah, good combo, I like it. Ooh,
yeah, it feels very impressive. Ooh.
Someone is actually rushing Aghanims on a support Hoodwink. I
quite like it. I would like at least a Glimmer Cable or something defensive, but
yeah, me
why
too.
not, honestly?
It depends what Disruptor's building, but he's also got no defensive items. Looks like we found Roy's. He's a little bit too far. He does have Stampede. Chooses not to use it. Actually, he's safe. If I was him, I would have swapped in Quelling Blade, maybe instead of Ring of Protection, because you know you are against a Hoodwink after all. And I like holding my Quelling Blade as long as possible against Hoodwinks. It makes such a difference. Oh, there we go. Juju's gone in. Meteor Hammer, is there anyone from the Radiant team there to help him? No is the answer. Oh, no, they pick him up. They save him for the time being. He can stampede away immediately, which he does. Does he get glimpsed back? I think Noodles has given up his life for his friend. Actually holds him off with the nice shards, but he is being chased. He gets glimpsed back. No snowballs, so Super Noodles will go down, but remarkably, he did manage to save Roids, which is nice.
That's more than enough. Yeah, it's a level 12 hero, keeping him safe.
Oh, Oak, she tried to put a ward up. Here goes another Meteor Hammer. No, Royds interrupts it. No, he doesn't. Just a little bit too late. So Oak's to take quite a lot of damage. Does she put herself in the cold embrace? No, she doesn't. I don't know if it would have saved her anyway, because OD can, of course, hit straight through it anyway. I don't know how Glimpse works with the Banish. In fact, it looks like it's going to appear there. Oh, he does appear there. Interesting. He picks up the Haste Rune. He don't drop the Sanity's Eclipse. It's on cooldown. And Royd's... No, Royd's walked back in. Oh, he blinks over. Okay, he knew what he was doing. No, never mind. Jamaica has actually found him. But you have no slow on Sand King. That's the thing. Well, you don't have slow when he's got Haste Rune anyway. Oh, no, he walks back into them. No, Royd, what are you doing? And another absolutely perfectly timed Meteor Hammer. Juju goes, oh, free kill. Okay. Ah, dodges the sharpshooter. He's sitting in the snowball, but there's no one here to save him. Oh, he tries to punch, but he gets stunned. Does not work out.
Alright, I will say that even though Sentinel probably didn't need to go back there, he did create like a minute of space, and Dave has just been hitting creeps the whole time.
Okay,
that's really not the worst.
We'll go with that. We'll go with all the space that he created.
Yeah, all the space.
Fair enough. I mean, I just remembered that there's a Tiny this game. He's not really been in any fight, as you can see. He is... Oh, never mind. I just said that, and he just gets an instant kill. Unfortunately, his Shadow Blade is now on cooldown. Nat is... Oh, Nat is slowed. I was going to say he gets Yules into position. That is a great Cold Embrace, keeping Tiny alive for a little bit longer, but unfortunately, Nat can still build up these Fury Swipe charges. They drop the ultimate from Rasp. Back here comes Juju. Doesn't have Meteor Hammer, though. But what do they have? They have their secret weapon, Sand King. They get the stun. No, they don't manage to get it. Oak drops the ultimate, but unfortunately it's not quite enough damage to kill Juju because you do not build Fury Swipes when hitting allies. That makes Ursa ridiculously bad at killing his own team.
That's an interesting statement, but yes, yeah, you're right. I didn't hear that before.
But you
does Ricky get backstab?
You're probably
also
facing your target, are you? Or can you hit them in the back? You probably can hit them in the back. I guess it depends on... Like, for some reason, like, Anti-Mage doesn't burn the mana of your allies either. So some heroes, you think, I've got the POS 1. But then the POS 1 isn't killing your team. It's not like a Troll Warlord who keeps building attack speed and absolutely murders your team. So, yeah, it's not an easy kill. Oh, there we go. Royds with a nice double stun, but can he save his brother Ross? No, because the hammer is dropped and it does so much damage. And now Juju is chasing Royds, but then Royds gets brought down here. He doesn't really know where he's going. He does have a pipe. He's fairly tanky. He's now invisible. They immediately drop a sentry, but he gets Cold Embrace. Out comes the Walrus Punch, but I don't think Radiant wants to be fighting this. The amount of damage coming out from Juju is absolutely insane. And that's going to be a kill onto Royd. Super is going to go down. The Astro Imprisonment will get the ultra kill for Juju. 12, 1, and 3. Funnily enough, though, the gold graph doesn't really show that much of a lead. 7% gold lead. That is it.
Yeah, it's surprisingly tight. I think it's just all of this net worth is really on the OD, and the rest of the team is really struggling. If you look at the 4 and 5, they're right down there at the bottom.
Well, OD actually has nearly the least farm of any core hero. Most kills, but the least last hits. So I think that's part of it. I mean, Tiny is nearly at the same net worth as Nat, and he's happy to be farming. He's now at 20 minutes. You know what happens at 20 minutes for Tiny? He buys the most ridiculous shard of all time, which he is going to do. Yeah, he's got it. There's the shard. That's basically a free Battle Fury, but better, because the tree obviously gives you more attack range, more bonus damage. There's a bonus damage talent, which is amazing at level 15. I think Ross is in a bit of trouble.
Definitely.
I mean, Cocopium can't see him, so he will be okay. And Royd's obviously had Stampede, but you've got to be careful with Juju. He's got the BKB now and the Blink Dagger. So you're not killing that kite either, unless you can stun him to death. Or maybe Tiny just walks in with his Echo Saber Shadow Blade and one-shots him. That's also a possibility.
Oh, Ross playing with fire.
Ross, you are not in a good place, my friend. Oh no, the catapult's hitting him. Okay, he gets the Yules. He gets the Yules. He blinks out. No problem. He's okay. He swaps his treads to Agi, which is not the right treads to use when blinking, but you know, it was a panic.
He needs the armor while he's blinking away, right, from the creep wave.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's true.
For sure.
How much armor does it give? Like near 2, I guess?
Yeah. It's a huge difference, honestly.
Well, Super Noodles has bought his first blink. Oh, I changed his mind. No second blink.
Yeah, I changed it the last one.
Look how many sentries are here on the die team.
Jeez,
They're all within 1 sentry's vision. All 4 sentries.
And all of these were placed at the same time. They all have 4.5 minute duration.
And there's a 5th one there as well. Oh my god. And there's a 6th one there. What's going on?
Wow. Maybe they thought there was attack keys, you know, so they're just making sure that the river is.
Yeah, they've gone slightly overboard here.
Speaking of going overboard.
Oh no, Tiny's in a lot of trouble. He's gonna go down. Oh, Noodles to the rescue, but it's a little bit too late. Thankfully, he does have a Blink Dagger, so he can hide in that snowball and blink away. Roids, he gets Thunderstruck. You know what that means? He blinks out of the Static Storm. How did that happen? Static Storm put a little bit too early. Wow, that's incredible. I did not think he was going to escape there. He had Thunderstrike on him. And he also got ulted. Oak's taking a lot of damage. Cold embraces herself. Yuji's trying to go through it. Does have enough damage to hit through it. They are so good at finding people. Jabatemon not only has Blink Dagger, he went 2nd item Aghanims. So he is so good at finding people. Dude, full mobility. Noodles, he tries to blink away. He gets glimpsed onto Jabatemon, who then goes for another stun. And that will be a kill.
Wow. Yeah, I mean this is what you like to see. You have 2 heroes with those like blink catch. Excellent catch with the Imprison, excellent catch with the Agh's Burrow Strike. It makes it really hard to disengage from this team if you're losing.
Oh, Tiny's gone in. That's base level 18. No, 16. Why did I say 18? But they immediately kill Cocopium. No, they don't. I was going to say immediately kill Cocopium. They actually don't. Now they drop the ult on top of him. But that's a nice bushwhack. It hits 2 people. Juju, thankfully, for the Radiant, doesn't have his ultimate. Cold Embrace. Is it enough? Is it enough? It's a lot of healing. It actually does keep him alive, and he gets the kill. But another great bowler. Now, what a good Cold Embrace, but unfortunately, that comes in from behind and manages to find a kill. Somewhat nearly goes down, but will escape. And Ross, he needs to be careful because he's being chased by a very angry bear who has a Diffusal Blade as well. But Ross will be okay. Please don't farm that camp, Ross. He actually is running into Cocopium. They're looking for a kill. They killed him once. They want to kill him again. That's my 2nd kill, but he drops the ultimate in time. He's actually saved by Juju. So it won't be a kill. Cocopium will live.
Wow.
And now Oak is going to go down. Now she's keeping herself alive for a little bit, but it's not going to last. A full team wipe, and Dire are really starting to show their strength here in these team fights.
Yeah, definitely. And this is the problem a bit with the Yule's Queen, which is in this awkward situation where she doesn't quite have a BKB, which makes taking these engagements so hard, especially with the Static Storm. You know, she just could barely play. And Dave as well is still too far away from it. So until they hit those BKB timings, this is really when OD feels his most oppressive. He has a lead, and you don't know those BKBs.
No BKBs to play against. I mean, I'm with you. I would have gone BKB pretty much. Maybe Echo Saber BKB on the Tiny, and on the Queen of Pain, just straight up BKB. I've done first item BKB on Quap enough times. You just have to. It makes OD literally useless for 9, 8/7/6 seconds, and that's what you need when their strongest hero is completely countered by 1 item.
Yeah, oh no, is the Queen going down?
It's going to be too late. Yeah, Cop's gone. Goodbye. Oh, whoa, that Yule's timing actually does get away. Never mind. I mean, Yule's does help. Stampede.
Is it enough?
Oh, the sharpshooter. That was a nice sharpshooter to finish it off. They even had to drop the Stampede, so they've used everything now. And Queen of Pain, unfortunately, still is going to go down.
That's not good for the Radiant.
Now I think it's just a question: can they delay long enough for Dave and the Queen to get these BKBs to try and mount a defense?
Well, we're going to see. I think that's the problem. You've been in this situation before. Every Dota player has, right? Where you're a bit behind, and you're like, well, it's okay. We just need a BKB, but it's a 4,000 gold item. So you can't say, it's not like, oh, I'll buy a raindrop, or I just need treads or something, or travels, or blink dagger. It's a really expensive item. And when you desperately need it, but you're being really rolled over, you always regret not buying it earlier.
Yeah, it always happens. Like, every single game I play where I try and build a Sanj Yasha, I build a Yasha, I buy an Ogre Club, I die, I switch it to BKB.
That gives you the option, at least. I mean, I guess if Dave wanted it super early, he actually could have sped it up by a little bit by disassembling the Echo Saber. That would have saved you 1,000 gold, and then he'd have it ready for the fight, but then he doesn't have Echo Saber. So.
But I think that's correct, and then you reassemble the
Yes,
Echo,
then
just need it
remake it later. Royd's actually using Pipe to defend the tower against the Meteor Hammer, which I quite like.
It's a very key play.
Yeah, I mean, it does have a minute cooldown, so... I mean, boarding inside the base, that was not really worth it, was it? Because you weren't going to commit to a push, and that actually, you know, cost you an entire ward, and it was obviously going to get dewarded. Now, Ross is level 16. I think we have a level 19, 2 level 19s, actually. But we do have a level 18 Tiny, which is nice. Obviously, every rank of Grow gives you a lot of damage. 14 more damage and 6 more armor every time you level it up. So he's pretty hench at the moment. How much money does he need for BKB? Probably about a few hundred gold. Oak does go down, but that means they know where they are. They find your bait mode. That's going to be a worthwhile kill. Trading your Winter Wyvern for an offlaner, I'd take that. Oh, Ross going in. That was the most aggressive blink in I've ever seen. Is he going to be okay? He might be. You've got the stun onto somewhat. No, you don't have the stun on somewhat because they don't realize you actually get knocked back when you use your the ult. Queen of Pain drops the ultimate, but it's not going to be enough to get the kill. And that goes in and just deletes 2 of their heroes.
Did you see that we tried to deny the disruptor? He was perfectly fine.
That's always BM, isn't it?
Yeah, he got saved by the Philosopher's Stone, reducing his damage.
Actually. Oh, Ross literally blinks into Juju's face, but Juju doesn't have anything, so I'm not sure what that is. Is Ross just...
Oh, no!
Juju just straight up kills him with 2 Qs and an ultimate. He doesn't even pop the BKB. Tiny now has to leave, or decides to stay and fight, but realizes he can't.
Yeah.
They don't have detection for him. Juju... Oh, come on. Is he going to kill him? BKB's running out. BKB's running out.
Waiting.
Okay, Juju, that was very silly for you to stay there without any detection, knowing that Tiny is there in Invis, and he just throws him up into the air, but doesn't throw him away. Cold Embrace is going to give him some heals. Probably get Sharpshooter. Was that a mistake? Is he dead? Yeah, unfortunately, he is going to go down, and that... He is stunned, but can they kill him? He's got a bit of lifesteal. He's just manning up. Oh, he drops his ultimate again. Oh, nice use of the Winter's Curse. That is going to keep Super Noodles alive, giving him a bit of a heal as well. But Nat, where's he go?
I'm going to go straight for it.
Oh, here comes Jabate Mail's ultimate. They've actually dropped Static Storm as well. Ross taking a lot of damage, but Static Storm lasts quite a long time, so he's still going to be silenced when he lands. Now we've got the bushwhack onto Royce. He's only level 15. They don't have enough vision to glimpse. Actually, Nat picks up yet another kill. He finds Super Noodles. I think it's looking pretty bad for the Radiant now.
It is. Nat proving that the power of friendship is more important than the power of matchmaking.
Yeah, I just forgot about that. This is the team that was favoured to win in terms of the... Well, favoured to lose because of the ranks. But Nat was like, well, fine, we're going to do it. They're doing it. Royce goes in a blink, but Nat, he had great reactions. In fact, he used the... He didn't even drop his ultimate. He got the Aghanim Shard 1.5 second in rage. That was enough. Oh, Nat, he's pretty low. They must be pretty confident that there's no Winter Wyvern, or otherwise that was pretty much a guaranteed kill on anyone he wanted, anyone she wanted.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, it's a pretty harsh lane now, a harsh game. They haven't lost any racks yet, and they can be thankful for that. They've also got 2 tier 2 towers still standing. So
They do.
there's no, creep lane pushing problem.
Oh, they did take the melee top. They managed to get that.
Oh, they did get the melee. Yeah, okay, sorry, I didn't see it. So there's a slight advantage. But it's
Dire
nothing
wards
to
in the
worry about.
base. This is some dominance.
That's a lot of wards, but Tiny is just man fighting Juju, except Juju's quite fast, and unfortunately Bay has to drop the BKB. He actually throws away his club as well, his tree. He has to pick that up again if he wants to. Yeah, there's his tree. I don't understand why he picks up a tree and it becomes a massive spine. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but oh well.
You know, just rips the spine out of a dragon casually and all.
Maybe. I forgot the old days of Aghanim's Tiny, like Daedalus Aghanims, and you just one-shot an entire team from like 1,000 range. I like that. It's still as strong a spell. Nah, he's gone to Dan, but look what he's done. He's made him have to go back with him. Can he blink away? No, he doesn't get blink. Immediately cancelled. That's a kill on the ultimate, on the task, and they do get a Winter's Curse onto Juju, but again, Ursa just doesn't do enough damage to his team. He doesn't have overpower up, he doesn't get Fury swipes, he barely hits hard at all without his abilities. He's so ability dependent, Ursa, which is why silences are so good against him, but silence now wouldn't do a lot to him now because he does have the Satanic.
Yeah, definitely the pulse one Ursa against the Wyvern is fantastic. You're seeing that because in most lineups, like that is just a kill.
Oh, Roids is in a bit of trouble. Does he manage to TP out? No, he's fine. Actually, Cocopium TP's back as well. He buys a lot of space. But can they get anything from this? Can they kill Nat? No is the answer. I mean, he can always Satanic off the debuffs of the Shadow Strike if he wants. Then Juju goes in, pops the BKB. He's doing a lot of damage. BKB also from Russ. It's somewhat going to go down. No, somewhat actually survives. Bay gets kited. Nat is in a bit of trouble here. He has Satanic, but for some reason he doesn't want to use it. He is really saving the Satanic. He still has it. Now he's popped it. And there we go. He's basically unkillable. Nice stun comes in for Jabatemel. Gets both of them. Nat gets thrown into the air, but then swiftly lands and gets another kill. And of course, Juju's an absolute terror. I think Oak is going down here. Now I think she's just dead. Oh no.
Yeah, she's a couple of seconds to think about her life.
Yeah. And then goodbye. 16 to 44. Wow, Nat really did feel good about this this team, and he played well on the Ursa, but it was Juju who absolutely terrorized the early game, basically by himself. Look at that damage he's throwing out, ridiculous.
Crazy.
And he went for a Moonshard, yeah, because he was so far ahead, he thought, yeah, why not?
Oh, yeah.
Went for all the greedy talents as well, I like it.
Yeah, definitely. I think OD was the perfect pick for this lineup. I genuinely don't think there was another mid laner that could have had this kind of impact. It was a perfect pick. I'm surprised he even got through to the last round.
You just don't see it very often, that's the problem. Oh no, Oak. She puts herself in the cold embrace, but never mind, some buybacks. They actually have everyone. Juju goes down.
Wow.
That's a really big kill, but then Nat, he is still out for blood. And look, you've got a Tiny just chasing Cocopium, toss him into the air, does get a kill, but now he is being beaten to death by the Ursa. Got to stay away from the Ursa. I think they're going to get Somewhat as well. They just kite him. They just continue to keep him in Yule. Somewhat is in a lot of trouble. He's going to go down to the Queen of Pain. Can Royd stand up to an Ursa? I think the answer is no. Cold Embrace, that's definitely going to help, but he's losing all of his mana to Diffusal Blade. It's 11, 30, 40, 15 Fury Swipes. There's no way you can deal with that. You've got a level 25 Ursa who for some reason seems to have an infinite amount of ult. And again, it's just ridiculous. That shot, you just can't kill this guy. And that is just going to sit there and beat Royce to death. They Yules him so Royce can get away. Yules goes into the stomp, but he just immediately Earth Shocks, deletes Royce yet again. That is a dieback. They can't kill this Nat. He is not going down in health at all. They get the Winter's Curse. This is a good setup though. Oh, he actually had the Overpower ready. So this time he will get the kill on his teammate. Nat takes a lot of burst damage, but he drops the Satanic. It's time to kite him. Never mind, he tried to go into the Walrus Punch, but then immediately he gets the Satanic off. Supernova in a lot of trouble. He's got 11 charges, 12 charges. He's going to go down. That is literally one-man army here. Tiny is trying so hard to punch him to death, but he's just got infinite ult. Why is this Ursa so strong? Look, you cannot kill him. Oh, there we go. Good cold embraces. Come on, finally. He's got Satanic. Finally, they get him. 10-time streak ended. 1,000 gold to Tiny. It took them some time, but they brought him down. But, I mean, was it worth it?
If he just got one hit off, there were 20 Fury Strike stacks, which is 980 bonus damage. If you got one hit off with that Satanic, he's on.
Oh, yeah, probably. But, I mean, yeah, that's good. That is some kills. That's a lot of gold that's just gone on the way of the Radiant team. Yeah. They've got level 25 now on the Tiny. So he's ready with what talent did he get at 25? He gets 2 toss charges, which is great when you're bursting a hero. Just keep them up in the air for twice as long.
Yeah, great to stop Nat from lifestealing and 1v5ing as well.
Just keep lobbing him away.
Yeah, totally.
But 21 only on the Quap though. So a bit of a level gap. But then the Dire don't have anyone above level 22 either, apart from the Ursa. So yeah, I mean, okay, I wouldn't call this game over. It's a very difficult game. But it's not over. Oh, Juju, look, he's coming from behind. They're going for Roche, but they can't take Roche quick enough. Though Ursa is down for a very long time. This could be a really good fight for the Radiant. He just goes straight onto someone. They drop the ultimate instantly. That's a very greedy ultimate. BKB is for us. Great BKB timing. Looks like someone is going to go down. No, he tries to get out with the sharpshooter. That was a great play. I think Okopium, does he have enough damage? They just lob him in the air. I'm not entirely sure why then he does get killed by Debate Mail. I don't think throwing him in the air actually did a lot to him. Oh, they're going to chase Juju. If they get Juju, this is massive. He does have BKB. BKB TP out. Nah, he's not going to. Spider Legs. BKB. He's actually going to be okay. Ross is chasing him. A couple of right clicks. But Debate Mail, he's there with a massive stun. I think Juju's actually going to escape. Oh, Ross doesn't find him. Uses the Scream of Pain, but doesn't connect the Spider Leg. MVP item. And now you've got to deal with this Ursa yet again. There's a buyback as well from Somewhat, so it is actually a 4 versus 5. Tiny's like, please get rid of him. 19, 20, 21, 22 stacks, 23 stacks. 23 stacks was 1,100 more right-click damage, which is not what you want to see. So, I mean, I think Cold Embrace is great. It does keep you completely safe against the Ursa, but unfortunately, it's just not enough. I would actually have liked to see the Shard maybe on the Winter Wyvern, because it takes 4 seconds off the Cold Embrace cooldown.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It's a lot better uptime.
Yeah, it is a lot. Yeah, you can keep them up in it for almost like half the time. Not quite, but over a third of the time. Oh, Ross, he does have the BKB at the ready. Tries to go on Juju, but Juju just gets away with Spider Legs. Who knew this was the perfect item for an OD? Yeah. Well, he did, obviously.
Juju, he doesn't skip leg day. He knows what he needs, and he's got it.
Yeah.
Took it away from the Ursa as well. You know, like generally that's the kind of hero that you want to be running with these legs.
Mobile, yeah. Well, he also would benefit from it, but I guess both those heroes are so desperate for mobility. And the thing is, they've got Debate Mail, right? Debate Mail is just so good at engaging. They've got like the longest stunning hero in the entire world. He's got Ether Lens, Agnum Scepter, and a Blink Dagger. So
and I love the casual shot on top of the shot.
Yeah, true. Just holding it. I mean, it's a 2.2 second stun. It's not very long, but it is enough. They're going to get Super Noodles, and they immediately have to run into the base. Look at Royce. He's going to take a lot of damage. He's going to get Meteor Hammer. Do they have anything to interrupt it? Oh, can't quite get in range for the ultimate. Oh, they knocked Nat into the base, but he's taking absolutely no damage. He's got Enrage Up, which is 80% damage reduction. Oh, he had Overpower up. Is it enough to kill Debate? Yes, it is. They do manage to secure a kill, but unfortunately, that is probably going to be the only kill. They're trying to go on Juju, but Double Edge just doesn't hit hard when you've got literally 0 strength items. That is inside the base, doesn't care. He's got Satanic. And then he's saved by Juju. Those last 7 or 8 tower hits, not going to kill him. And that will be fine. Tremendous play from Juju this game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was a slightly rough lane because it was a very poor matchup, but the moment he got that Meteor Hammer, he made excellent rotations to bot lane and just destroyed Dave's lane, took the tower, created a lot of space for this Ursa to eventually 1v5 and then 1v10 almost.
Oh yeah, then the Ursa did end up pretty much carrying. You've got 23 kills on the Ursa and 21 on the OD. So OD basically ran over the early game, and then Ursa the late game.
Yeah, he passed on the torch at the end, like, don't worry, bro, you can finish it off.
Yeah, that's true. Right, where's my camera script? I don't know what happened to Roids. Roids did have a camera. This is what I think is wrong. Look, if I go Ross camera, it's got Roids, but why is Roids on camera number 4? He should be on camera number 10. I think he's just on the wrong camera. Because I'm almost certain it should be camera number 10 for Ross, but I've got him on cam 4, which is Ross's camera, but Ross isn't on camera. So yeah, he probably clicked on Ross's link, so he's taken the wrong camera.
What the brother betrayal there, stealing the camera.
Exactly. Have a look at damage done. I always find that an interesting stat.
Yeah.
So Radiant, Tiny hit pretty hard, and so did Queen of Pain. But look at the damage on the die. It's not even close.
Oh wow, yeah, that's night and day.
But 20k
damage
healing
received. Poor Dave, 100,000 damage taken. Oof.
It's quite a lot of damage.
He's a tanky hero, but I don't think he's quite that tanky.
Well, yeah, Tiny unfortunately is just a punching bag. If he gets kited, I know he's got a long attack range and a stun, but he can get himself quite stuck. But exciting.
I think something we did see here is that as we discussed in the game, OD is very oppressive when you don't have that BKB. And Tiny, it's really hard to compromise on the build, right? Because you need the treads, you need the Echo Saber, you kind of need the Shadow Blade. So that's really the earliest point you can even start building the BKB. So if you can get an explosive start and exploit that timing, because you can't sacrifice anything earlier, you know.
Yeah, I guess it's hard for Tiny because you expect to have this kind of perfect lane with like triple stacks everywhere. Then you do have the BKB and the Shadow Blade and the Echo Saber all by 20 minutes, but it didn't quite go his way. But you know, he tried, he farmed, they gave a few good fights, but in the end, the OD was too